Everybody, this is DR Shadow 759, and this is a movie review on Zootopia. Pretty much what I'm gonna say about Zootopia is a very good very good movie for the whole family, and it's a very good underdog story, and it's got a really good story about how society is and how a lot of the people are in the world. Where yes, we have evolved, but there's still that bit of racism and that bit of judgmental thinking of people. It really shouldn't be that way, and what I think is we should pretty much not like do what the movie did, of course, but um just what am I gonna say? I'm sorry, I'm lost for words because it was a good movie, and I'm trying to actually grasp on things without spoiling the movie. So if there's minor spoilers ahead, I'm sorry, but um, one of the main protagonists are, well, two of them are Hops and of course Nick. Hops is the bunny, obviously knows the name Hops. Um, well, that was rude. So Nick's a fox, as everybody should know. That's what the character is in GTA. Because all my movie reviews are gonna deal with GTA. Because I'm gonna make my character look like the character. But that's the point. Um, everybody judge the movie has to do with. It's not like the whole black-white thing or Hispanic thing in real life where the racism was. It's the predator versus prey thing. The prey are scared of the predators and and they even judge certain species for what they are. Say, like, for example, I'll give an example of the movie, like Nick. Nick's a fox. Everybody thinks foxes are sneaky thieves, and people just like to get away with things and always hustle people. And people always, and back to the whole judgmental thing. Everybody judges people before they get to know them, because not just because someone of that group of people does something doesn't mean everybody in that group is bad. And if the movie really shines upon that, I'm not gonna spoil when Nick experiences that, because you'll see that in the movie, because it has to do with when Hops first meets Nick, and it pretty much sets the tone for the whole movie, for it being an underdog story. And pretty much I'll get into the plot of the story. There's 14 missing animals, and nobody knows what's going on, and so they have to. So Hops says there's one person comes into the place, and it's like a weasel. I think it's a weasel. I'm not sure. Weasel or something. Something that looks like a wiener. I don't know what it is. Something weird animal. And pretty much she's looking for her husband because her and her kids miss him. And that pretty much sets the plot also, because Hops's job rests on the line because the chief doesn't think that she can do it, and everybody just doesn't like the fact that Bunny's a cop. If that's a spoiler, I'm sorry, but that pretty much sets the tone. And she pretty much has 48 hours to find the weasel, but she surpasses everybody's expectations, we'll put it that way. And people start to realize maybe people can do things they do put their minds to. So, very good movie for family. There's a lot of jokes and a lot of movie references that I think only adults are probably going to get. Of course, it's Disney, they do that. We saw the Godfather scene in the trailer, and there's a little bit more to that. It's actually very funny of a scene. I think a lot of people are probably going to like that. They did it very well. It's very funny too. Nick's a very funny character. Also, Nick has a lot of jokes that he says you got to keep an eye out for, because they're gonna go way over kids' heads, but adults will get them. um, Very good. I think people would like the movie. Um, and I'm not. And a lot of people can relate to the story, of course, from the being judged. I can relate to that, and there's a lot of people that can relate to the movie, not just the furry fandom, the fact that people that like to dress up and like anthropomorphic animals, they're not the only ones that can relate to that. The people that actually relate to the story can actually relate to the movie because they've been judged and everything by the people in society. So I actually think that people are really going to relate to the movie. So if you guys liked my movie review, give like, subscribe, comment if you think there's anything I can do to make it better. Um, I'm sorry if I'm a little monotone sounding or a little not knowing what to say. I just got back from the movie. It's 12 o'clock when it's 12 a.m. when I'm making this movie review. So sorry about that, as always. Um, so, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any ideas to make this better, let me know. And before I go, I'll give you my rating on the movie. That is, I would probably give it maybe an 8 out of 10, which it's pretty good. Could have been a little better, yes. But overall, for a Disney movie, very good. I give it an 8 out of 10 because there are some scenes in that movie that will actually really choke you up. Even if you could be the strongest person in the world, you may not cry. I'm not saying you're gonna cry, but you will probably tear up and maybe choke up a little bit. I'm a big brawny guy. I'm very strong-minded, and even I choked up a little bit in some of those scenes, especially one of the flashbacks, because there is a flashback that really does prove the fact of there's racism in the world. We all know it. And it happens to one of the protagonists, so I think you guys will probably really like it. So this is DR Shadow signing off. Please like and subscribe. I know I said that like 15 times. Thank you.